Good evening.
Hi there, thank you.
All right, calling this meeting of the Kingston Common Council Caucus to order. According to this, it's 7:04. According to this, it's 7:08. So we'll split the difference and say it's 7:06. 7:06? Yeah, there's an old adage, a person with one watch knows what time it is. A person with two watches is never sure. Proof right there. You just have to update it to timepieces. All right. So the first item on our docket is Resolution 119, authorizing a transfer in the amount of $75,000 in the Health Wellness Department to cover the expense of conference opportunities. Is that a kind of mineral? Opportunities for the department's staff. So this is money moving within their budget. So the estimated financial impact is zero. It's also actually, it's funds appropriated in 2023, but were not then extended. And it is also an internal budget transfer to balance accounts. Everybody okay with that?
Yep.
All right. Next one, resolution 120 is a transfer in the police department in the amount of $1,149,000 grant monies received as part of the New York State DCJS technology grant.
So I had asked Chief Tinty for locations of all where the 50 new cameras would be placed.
Mhm.
We had received that, so I haven't received anything yet, so I will reach out to him to ask.
Okay,
to
great.
have that, because
I have not heard anything myself.
Yeah, I haven't received anything.
Yeah,
No matter what, if this.
I'm still leaning towards no because the public hasn't read it.
Michelle, you're gonna reach out to him tonight?
Yeah, I'll reach out now.
Is there going to be a public hearing?
No.
No.
The grant's been, received and approved.
Yes.
Yes.
So the
Right,
question
it's
is
just a
just
matter of where.
spending it.
Yeah.
And the question is where these would go. For those who were not there, as the chief has noted with prior purchases of such cameras, these, the placement is driven by data that's done by an outside firm. They look at issues of crime and related problems. And so these are not just, spread willy-nilly. There's a very specific reason for why they are put up at the particular intersections and roadways. The other thing is that these are not surreptitious. They're not like those tiny things that you can hide in a button or whatever. These are big things, so it's pretty clear where they are. All right, so good. So we'll wait for the extra information.
Is that coming tonight? Because we're voting on this tomorrow, right?
We're voting on tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm asking if we have the data or, placement locations need to be inside of the department.
But I've heard from a number of my constituents who are just not okay with these level of surveillance over the city. People have a right to walk down the street without being surveilled constantly.
Yeah, but you don't live in a high crime area. And Rita Worthington and a couple of people said at the thing, we totally want them because they help with the crime. They really do.
They don't stop crime.
They're not gonna stop it, but they will prosecute on it.
Well, I
Which
just,
is a better area, and I'm for it 100%.
well, that's why we want to see where the new ones are going, because it's more than double the amount that we have currently that were placed in the high crime
Right.
areas, so.
So most of them are gonna be used, as I understood from when he spoke, to use them for when their ones break down, the other, they have something to put right back up.
But we haven't actually got that data.
That's what we were looking for.
But I think giving it to us less than 24 hours before we're supposed to vote on it is unacceptable.
Well, on the merits, But there is a way that it does reduce crime, because the more that folks who are considering committing crime are aware that it's much higher possibility that they will be arrested, prosecuted, and jailed in Kingston than other places. This helps keep our crime rate lower than it would be otherwise. That gets to be difficult because it's one of those things you can't prove that no crime happened.
But we also don't have the data on conviction rates, so this is all
He
speculation.
was saying, I believe, that our conviction rates have increased.
Yeah, he said our arrest rates.
Arrest rates, well, conviction is yet another part, so that's not always based on the evidence collection. All right, anything else on that one? So we'll wait for that information.
I copied everyone on the emails that you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good, let's see. And then the next one is Resolution 121, authorizing a 2024 transfer to the police department in the amount of $4,986 of grant monies received from the Office of Justice Programs Bulletproof Vest Partnership. This is to replace an current bullet resistant protection for our police officers. And let me see again, these are not in the same order as what we talked about in. Yeah, so both of these from the police department, the estimated financial impact is 0, because these are coming from grants. All right, are we okay with that one? Yep. All right, 122, authorizing the mayor to expend funds in the first instance related to the USDA Forest Service grant awarded for the addition of an urban forester position. This also has 0 financial impact because it's grant money that is creating the position. And there are actually 2 parts to this one. So there's another one, which one is authorizing the mayor, in other words, establishing it. The other is giving him permission to spend the monies. Okay, so again, these are not in the same order. Okay, resolution 123, recommending approval for modifications to the 2024 planning department budget.
The amount?
Yeah, this is, sorry, these are completely out of order from the way we looked at them in, finance.
Right.
Well, I don't even have. I don't have.
that lighthouse?
This is page 23 in the packet online.
Thank you.
Yep, page 23. If you go to the agenda,
Not 120.
it's resolution 123, but page 23, which nice and clean. 23.
Serendipity.
Like the. This is the lighthouse.
Yeah, 20.
Oh, the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the.
Yes.
But it's
There was
presented
another
by-
one for
But
the
there are two.
lighthouse.
Yeah.
Presented by Natalie, who's in,
Yeah, I remember.
Which the next one doesn't have any of our signatures or votes on.
I think it's just the
Uh,
blank ones that got stuck on the end, because that appeared a number of times.
Our signature is on.
Our signatures on 23, not 124,
Oh,
which is the next one, the lighthouse.
So it's just 20,500.
If you go further, I think it's there.
I think it was part of the package that whoever was
Oh,
allocated to.
Right,
So page 30 has it.
right.
Yeah, so it doesn't need to be in there, but it is. Natalie presented that was in the package, but we signed the hard copy, or you all signed the hard copy.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay, so 123 is the $20,000,
$20,500.
and that's the impact to us. Right?
That is correct.
Yes. So this is necessary work it's part of a grant, it's 50% match.
Yes,
And so this is different from the one that was about the foundation. All right, resolution 124, authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement and any and all related documents in New York State Department of Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation, expend funds in first instance for conditions, study, and improvements to the Rondout Lighthouse. And isn't there a cost of that one?
It's listed as the same amount, 25,
Yeah, I believe that's correct. Yeah,
20,000.
same 50%. Everybody okay with that?
Yep.
All right. Resolution 125, recommending approval for modifications to the 2024 Kingston Fire Department budget. That's for the fire rescue boat, I think.
yes, it is.
There are two of those. And the estimated financial impact is going to be zero because those are coming from grants. There was a match on the first one of $20,000, but that was already taken care of in earlier legislation.
Right.
All right.
Mhm.
And then the 126 is then giving permission to expend the funds in the first instance for the purchase of the fire boat. I might have to bring my copy. The Mary Shipwreck. On that fire boat. The Mary Shipwreck. The captain of all these animals on the boat, they get shipwrecked and the fire boat comes and saves them. It's an exciting story, I'm 5 years old. Resolution 127, recommending approval for modifications to the 2024 Fire Department budget. Let's see, what is this one?
This is page 44.
Oh, that's the, oh, right, that's another grant. Okay, that's the mental hygiene worker bonus grant.
Yes,
So this will pay 49 of our firefighters extra money, $1,500 each, in appreciation for their work during the COVID crisis. And there will be Social Security payments required, but New York State is also going to pay the $5,622.75 for that. So that means that the city itself will not be putting any money toward this while still extending great appreciation to our firefighters for the work they've done.
Wait,
Yes.
we are paying social security?
We're not,
no, we're not paying anything.
state is picking that up as well this time.
Okay.
Resolution 128, authorizing a 2024 transfer in the city clerk's department to balance accounts. So this will have zero financial impact. Moving on to the pending budget. 129, 2024 transfer in accordance with the city's adopted fund balance policy to utilize $1,593,648 of fund balance in the general fund for the purposes of financing equipment and vehicles for which department has been authorized but not issued to pay off existing short-term debt.
Right.
53.
So everybody clear on this one?
Mhm.
Any questions?
No.
Good, all right. Resolution 130, authorizing 2024 transfer in the amount of $15,600 in the comptroller's department to reconcile accounts on a year-to-date basis. This will also have no financial impact, moving money within the accounts. I'm sorry, technically, resolution 29 has an estimated financial impact, but that's because we're moving the money from fund balance to spending. 132 is affirming the attached Ulster County resolution related to the sales tax sharing agreement.
What about 131?
31.
I don't think we should even look at that one. Sorry. 131, I got too happy with my check marks there. Authorizing the transfer of 168 Fairview Avenue, SBL 48.312-5-10 to Fernan Mera. So this is the sale of the property on Fairview.
That long abandoned property.
There was-
It's been sold. Yes.
There was an auction, widely advertised.
Yep.
And the winning bid was $85,000. All right. Anybody want to turn down $85,000?
Property going down, hidden.
All right, now we're at 132.
It's a bigger property than you think because it goes back.
Okay, this one is resolution affirming the attached Ulster County resolution related to the sales tax sharing agreement,
Yes.
which has been very beneficial to us in the past. Rudy, okay with that one?
Yep.
133, authorizing the renaming of Van Buren Playground to DeGenera Mason Memorial Playground.
Mhm.
Clear on that one?
Yes.
Okay. Resolution 134, editing a policy for disposition of surplus city-owned property to include properties acquired via Article 19A.
This is out of laws and rules. This is 19A is real property action and proceeding, which allows for conveyance to title of abandoned properties to municipalities.
Everybody okay with that? Any questions?
That was good.
All right, resolution 135, authorizing $1.2 million bond for restoration of the historic facade in the Stockade District. I believe we got a communication from the mayor today on this. Do we need any discussion about this?
I'm still gonna speak on it on the floor.
Okay.
Before or after when we discuss the motion. I also just noticed how misleading the title is.
But we'll have time to change that. So we will need somebody, yeah.
Michael, because you've raised some important issues, do you think it's worth discussing those in the attorney-client session with the group, or do you?
I don't know, I mean,
I think some of the points that you raised are important, so if you want, we can do it now, or we can wait until you guys are ready to discuss some of them.
I can make the motion that we go to the attorney.
We don't need to vote. Better to know more than
Yeah.
less, better to be clear, so, yeah. All right, good. So we are going to go into attorney-client session. That means we're going to click on that. Everybody is visiting, we're going to invite you to step outside for a while.
Yeah, or in the legal intern.
If we invite the legal interns to stay,
Yes, please.
and Andrea is getting.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, Alyssa, we're back. Bob, we're back. Anybody who's watching, we're back. In a blink of an eye. Heads up.
So I'll call on Michael
I will refer it back.
and then send it back, and then there will be a second.
I will.
Okay.
Good. Let me-
Great.
Good, all right. Resolution 136 is calling for the expansion of New York State Homes and Community Renewal HDR to create a tenant protection unit, PPU.
This, I am sending back to committee. There's been some movement at the state level with employment and space, so we're gonna need to push this right.
And it's been movement in a positive direction? Oh, that's good to hear. Excellent.
And you'll make the motion?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
And I'll second it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
37?
Yeah, third, second.
136.
137 is ordinance regarding traffic on the public streets of the city of Kingston, adding various changes to vehicle and traffic. So there's a whole list of, this was in public safety, there's a whole list of changes that John Schulteis is recommending. Does anybody have any questions about any of those?
Have these ones been added?
What do you mean by added?
4 parallel parking spaces on the north side of Jansen Hill, 2 Jansen Hill.
Yes.
Aren't those already there?
He explained that last time he was here.
Yeah, I apologize if it make it to the meeting.
I watched it, yes.
I watched it too.
Right,
Well, I wasn't there. Does anybody remember the explanation that they could tell Michael right now? I can't, that wasn't there.
So
There was a larger parking lot that was on city property.
No,
so they moved it back a little.
yeah, but now they're just putting it
Spaces
in
that are
in the
on the
code.
side, yeah.
I do. I don't like the idea of removing the stop sign on Clinton and Main. I think that's an important navigational tool for uptown Kingston. That is where the left turn has the right of way going on Main Street. Rather than you're sitting there all day, you have the right of way making the left.
You talking about where the traffic light is?
In front of, no, there's gonna be no traffic light there.
In front of the planning.
Oh, there's
In front of,
stop sign.
Clinton and Main, is that where
the
the?
Rupco.
The Radco building. Right across, right by the guest house there, right across from the breakfast there. There's a stop sign before you get to
Oh.
the one for Hannaford's. And you can go left onto Main.
There's gonna be 2 traffic lights in there now.
Further up, not at this intersection.
But those will.
No, you make the right onto Main, there's no stop sign on the other side.
You go left onto Main. Oh, it depends on which way you
Which
go,
way you're coming?
They don't leave the stop sign on one side.
on the right hand
Yeah,
side.
you have the right of way to make the left.
Yeah, but I think that that's generally frowned upon to add one stop sign going in one direction.
I think so too.
It gets confusing.
I mean, driving in Kingston is rather confusing.
Can be.
Well, there is that.
All right. Anything else on that one?
Nope.
Okay. 138, amending section 390-52, speed regulations, schedule 12 speed limits to reflect 25-mile-an-hour speed limit in the city with 3 exceptions. Be clear on this one, Steve?
Good. I haven't seen anything, but we have an estimate of cost on, what this is gonna set the city back to do this.
Not specific costs, go ahead.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask, because, in talks with DPW, they don't have the funding for this, so we're gonna have to find funding for all of these
It's
signs.
gonna cost, there's gotta be thousands of speed limit signs in this city.
I mean, I'm for this, but we have to, they don't have the money in the
So
budget.
this would be next year's budget.
Well, no, but if this is an
pass
ordinance that's passed tomorrow, then this is the law of Kingston, and we won't have the signage ready to go. So,
So they really can't enforce it if there's no signs up, can they?
I mean,
Well,
I think somebody to court?
Right?
No.
You've never.
Really should be.
You could also, you know what, no, but I'm trying to think if you want to amend it to make it effective as of
That's what I was gonna suggest, so
I
that
think
the
that makes more
finance
sense.
could discuss this and.
Just to clarify, from what I understand, DPW can use the current signs. They can, just change the 3 to a 2.
It's still gonna be a substantial.
It's gonna cost some money, yeah, but I don't think it's thousands of
How
signs.
many signs do we have within the city? Because it's like a set citywide speed limit, so I can't imagine that every street has.
It's really only when you enter the
Enter the
city from
city,
those
yeah.
Yeah.
locations.
I mean,
So
there
it's-
aren't speed limit signs in my neighborhood.
So it's not a huge number of signs.
Don't we have, I have no idea the cost, I'm just, you know, sharing, that there is a cost,
Right.
and it's something that we do need to be considerate of.
What would be the way to phrase an amendment that?
So I like Barbara's
To go into
suggestion is to
effect.
say, to go into effect, so, okay, today is, what month is it, August?
August.
So if I'll talk to Ed as soon as I get a chance. And see how long he would need to get a price. And then I could, and accept a late communication from myself, put it on finance, I'm talking out loud, the timeline, so that would be August, we could pass it. So just 1 month. If we pass this to say, in effect, so it's August, so in effect, September, our meeting is September 10th.
So say October?
So October, so that they have time to get the signs up. Does that seem fair?
Sure.
So then it's,
Yeah.
so we still pass it?
Yeah.
But don't we have our own sign guy up there? When I was working at.
Oh, we do, yeah.
We have our own sign.
But all the equipment and all of that.
The
With-
metal.
Payment, time.
Yeah, labor, because he actually, so the sign guy is also one of the flaggers for paving season.
Oh,
So he's very busy right now, so it's not an ideal time, but, you know, DPW always makes it work somehow, some way. But, you know, we just need to, so I could talk to him and see if that timeline could work, and really try and convince him that the timeline will work. If we are willing to do that amendment, I think is the cleanest.
Yes,
And that would include the cost, you would also find out about the cost.
Correct. Yeah, I'll just make sure it's doable and what the cost would be so that we can put it on finance. Finance can then approve of it in next month.
In September.
Mhm.
Correct. Yeah. Well, I'll put it as a late
Yeah,
communication.
Like, it's in August, right.
I think we voted on it in September. if we
That
pass.
sounds fine.
Yes, Mike.
So Washington Avenue, will that be 30 miles per hour or will that be 25?
25.
25.
Because it says unless otherwise posted and it's not listed on here, meaning Washington Avenue will be 25 miles.
But he-
No, it's lower speed limit, like, are you about, like, at where the school is?
No, I'm talking the whole length of Washington Avenue.
No, he gave,
Is that where
he
there's
said they
schools?
gave
Those three
he
streets.
gave us a couple of streets because they were not our streets, they were either county or state. And
So like Albany Avenue, you
Right.
can't do, but then there's also, so Beale, when you're leaving town, Boulevard, once you get past Golden Hill Drive.
Yep.
And Flatbush, when you get out toward 9W.
Yeah.
So those are the only places that would not go down to 25.
Okay, so the whole length of Washington Avenue will be 25.
Correct.
Is
Okay,
that where the school?
except where the
The
school
school
is,
is
where it will
where
be
it's
lower.
Right, so this doesn't take into account, any place where there's a school, hospital, or whatever, lower speed limit, that's not
That stays.
affected.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
We're not gonna increase the speed. Okay, so do we have language for that, or you wanna wait till tomorrow? Or
We would just put in that we're to be in effect. What did we say, October 1?
As of October 1.
It's really what we did with the item.
Say that again?
We did the same with the item.
Yeah. Yeah, and for the same reasons, and we gave that more time to make that
Gives the
happen.
public more awareness. Little drop.
So who can make this motion?
I mean, I can make the motion.
All right, good.
This is just to go right up to.
But you'll need to speak it.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay,
So I'll need to have, we'll agree on the language.
okay, so we'll,
Okay.
okay,
Make sure it's October 1, 2024.
Well, exactly.
You just put that in our head.
All right, good, okay, thank you for
That's what
that.
it was.
And then, second reading of local law 7, adopting the 421-P property tax exemption for the creation of new eligible housing units. Any discussion on that one? Are we okay with that?
Yeah,
All right, then, I think that's it. Do we have a motion to adjourn? All right, as you leave the building, look out for vultures and ghosts.
Walking CBD.
Yes.
I just have a question though.